For many foreigners, traveling in India is almost like a blessing. However, some foreign tourists find themselves a bit unprepared for India and end up in crazy situations. I have traveled across India and I was caught up in at least 4 situations that I can never ever forget. So I was in Hampi, which is a little paradise in Karnataka with a lot of history and beautiful architecture. Many tourists who end up in Hampi often take rides in these beautiful circular shaped boats, which are also referred to as coracles. Prior to that, I had some experience of kayaking in Europe and maybe I was a bit overconfident. The current in the river was very high and I ended up losing control. But I was finally rescued by some kind local boys. Another mistake was that I wasn't wearing any life jacket, something that no one should do. The other common mistake that many foreign girls do in India is looking for a place to go topless or nude, especially in those places which aren't meant for those kinds of activities. You must familiarize yourself with the local culture and local laws before doing anything like that. Most Indians whom I encountered always asked my permission before taking my picture. I remember that we were 2 girls in a temple town in Karnataka, and there were a few families and boys who asked whether we were okay having a photograph with them. We found those locals to be very friendly and respectful. These types of experiences can be interesting and nice, but sometimes getting too many photograph requests can also be a bit annoying. Anywhere in the world, if you do not familiarize yourself with the local laws or permissions, you can end up in trouble. I was in Udaipur and there was this auto rickshaw driver who had just purchased a brand new auto rickshaw. He was showing us around the city and this guy was so friendly that he even allowed me to sit on the driver's seat. Initially, I used that opportunity to pose, but then I was asked by friends to drive the vehicle a little bit. I refused because I knew that I didn't have the legal permission to do so. I have heard that many foreigners in India drive without the proper permissions. So please always get the right permits before you think of anything like that. Now, those female shoppers who want to save money but also get a very beautiful wedding gown, there is good news. I saw some of the most beautiful wedding gowns in India, particularly in Kerala. But unfortunately, I only discovered them after I got married. Before marriage, when I was in India, upon my request, my then boyfriend Anurag took me to several shops in Rajasthan, but those wedding gown designs didn't quite appeal to me. So if you are looking for a good quality wedding gown, try your luck in Kerala or the northeastern states of India. And please wait a minute, do not leave yet. I know many of you are eagerly waiting for our informative and research-based episodes, and I can promise you that you won't be disappointed. The 10th episode of the Should India Follow the West Blindly series is probably the next episode that we will publish. It has taken me several years to do the research for that episode, so please may I request you to wait at least a few days more? Meanwhile, please watch these 2 episodes of that series, and in particular, watch the 7th episode of that series to broaden your perspective regarding nudity in India and in the West, something that can be very useful if you are a foreign girl preparing yourself for a trip to India. See you again.